What's up? How you doing? Welcome back to Get Over the Hump. Listen, I'm excited to be with you all in this pre-recorded form. But listen, first three questions we always got to go through. Did you bring somebody with you? Did you get us to three people? And where you tapping in from? Go ahead, put that for me in the chat. Let me know where we at. Second thing I want us to go through is the three questions we always talk about. Yep. We talk about these three questions. One, what kind of week are you having? Are you having the I'm a classic kind of week that simply says, I am no longer explaining myself to people who insist on seeing me through their own lens? Not gonna do it. That's exhausting. Number two is that I'm in time, set to arrive, on time, to impact the people I'm supposed to at the right time. Therefore, I'm what? My dopeness doesn't expire. So I can be present. I can chill out. I'm good. Oh, number three, what was meant to kill me gave me life. What was meant to destroy me developed me. So what's in front of me doesn't stand a chance. So I know what? I'm built for this. Yeah. Do me a favor. Put it in the chat. Ain't nothing changed. Because what we want to be able to understand and know is this. That the only thing we control is our perspective. And when we control our perspective, we do this. We begin to see possibilities instead of problems. We see opportunities instead of obstacles. And we can put ourselves in a position where what? Where we can see the vision of our mind ultimately becoming the reality of our lives because we clear the clutter and we see a path forward. So do me a favor, put that in the chat. You know we're going to get excited. We're going to be excited as we do it. But yeah, get over the hump. We're here every Wednesday and Friday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern. But your boy is rolling today, so I'm going to leave you this video instead. All right? Now, let's get to what I want to build this brief time that we have together around. I want to build it around this thought here. And I'm going to read it real quick. Make sure we get it. Your gift without boundaries becomes a burden. I want you to let that sit in for a second. Your gift without boundaries becomes a burden. Now, many of us have begun to see that. Might be a mother that's bent over backward for her kids, might have been in a relationship where it wasn't reciprocal, might have done some things at a job that you did extra thinking you were going to get promoted, but you didn't put up any boundaries. And because your gifting, your heart, your sacrifice did not have boundaries, it begins to feel like a heavy weight of burden. And that burden you begin to feel is, why is it on me for everything else to turn out? And you put yourself in this position where it creates this level of hero complex, this Messiah mentality that it can't get done without you. Be careful of the Messiah mentality of thinking that people won't be successful if you don't do your part. Here's the thing. You do your part, but some of y'all been doing all the parts. I know that's tough. Some of y'all been doing all the parts. That's why your gifting feels like a burden because you don't have any boundaries. Now, here's what happens next when you decide you want to do all the parts as opposed to the parts you're supposed to. Here's the next step in this cycle. What does it look like? It looks like this here. Your burden that started because your gifting didn't have any boundaries leads you to blurring the lines where your energy is being used out of context. The time you're supposed to spend with your kids, you're not using that for your kids, you're using that on your job, working late again. The time that you're supposed to be spending on your health, you're spending that actually helping your friend work on their business. That time, that money that you're supposed to be spending investing into your business, you just bail somebody out of another jam because they were irresponsible. See, you're blurring the lines because you're not doing your part. You're trying to do all the parts because you believe that if you don't help them, they won't get any help. And see, here's what happens when you begin to prioritize everybody else except yourself. When you make everybody else's goals important except your own, you're in danger of falling into bitterness and resentment. You are in danger of falling into bitterness and resentment. How do I know that you're in danger of falling into this space? Because I remember looking around and asking the question, why y'all not viewing me the way that I view you? I've been giving you all these years of my hard-earned work. I've been giving you all these years of my best. And when I needed something from you, you didn't prioritize me. And I'm going to tell you, it's the most heartbreaking feeling. But if you're being honest, you never asked them to. Because you didn't respect your own gift. You had no boundaries to it, and you blurred the lines. Mm-hmm. So that resentment and that bitterness that you have, if we dig a little bit deeper, and we dig a little bit deeper, at the root of it is you. Ooh, I know some of y'all didn't want to hear that. At the root of your bitterness and your resentment is you. Why are you at the bottom of it? Because you made a decision to prioritize others, hoping they would prioritize you. And you called it sacrifice. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you, in that context, it's not sacrifice. It's a lack of discipline. I know this is tough. It's one of the toughest things that you'll ever do is to actually make yourself a priority. And what I want to make sure that you understand, that this piece here, you control. You being able to make this year the best year of your life, you control if we put boundaries around our gifting that allows for it to feel like a gift and an asset instead of a burden. And we put ourselves in a position where we maintain the priority of our goals, whether it's fitness, whether it's health, whether it's business, whatever it is, and we don't waste the energy by blurring the lines and now having to navigate the weight of bitterness and resentment. And when we put ourselves in that position, we allow for what we believe to once be a possibility to actually lead us into our reality. So here's what I want you to be able to do. I want you to be able to think through, what area of my life have I not made me or my goals a priority? And when you think through that area, then I want you to ask yourself, why have you not done it? Because for some of you all, it might be because I don't believe that I deserve it. It might be because I wasn't clear on my why and why it was important, so it became optional instead of necessary. But I want you to think through that. And the last thing I want you to do is figure out one thing you can do today to change that narrative. One thing you can do today to start building up boundaries around your gifting so it no longer is a burden. Because here's what I do know. When we can get disciplined at prioritizing ourselves, your goal will easily be able to start coming to fruition because you'll consistently take next steps in the direction of your goal, creating clarity and confidence, building the momentum and trust in yourself and in others around you, that as you respect your boundaries, they'll respect your boundaries and everybody wins. Because when you win and get there, you show the priorities and possibilities are possible in their lives. So listen, all I want you to do is put in the chat for me your biggest takeaway on this statement right here that we talked about. Your gifting without boundaries becomes a burden. And we say today we end that right now.